Turning our attention now to the ASX, here's Matt Birney and Bulls and Bears with the latest public company views and interviews.
Welcome to Bulls and Bears, where we break down the latest ASX announcements from public companies that are doing interesting things. Today's Bulls and Bears report is brought to you by Altech Chemicals, ASX code ATC. I'm Matt Birney and I'm joined now on 6PR by the Managing Director of Altech Chemicals, Iggy Tan. Hi Iggy.
Good morning, Matt.
Altech owns a massive kaolin mineral deposit near Meckering in WA that is large enough to feed its proposed high-purity alumina plant for some 230 years. Whilst high-purity alumina, often called HPA, is used in LED lighting and mobile phones, to name just two applications, Altech has also pioneered a method of using it to coat graphite and silicon particles that can be used in the manufacturing of anodes for lithium batteries. So Iggy, why coat these particles with high-purity alumina? What caused you to develop this coating method?
Well, the future of lithium-ion batteries really is to increase the capacity of the anode side. And what we found is that our high-purity alumina is fantastic at coating graphite or silicon particles. And what that resolves is a big problem they currently have in the lithium battery business, where about 10% of your lithium is actually lost on the first cycle. So before the battery even gets to a customer, 10% of the lithium becomes inactive. And by coating graphite or silicon particles, we believe that we can resolve this problem, which gives the battery a higher density and a longer life.
You've recently struck an agreement with a giant German firm by the name of SGL Carbon. Who are they and what is that agreement for?
Well, SGL Carbon is one of the largest graphite producers in Europe, and I guess we have an MOU with SGL Carbon to work with them and to coat their graphite particles so that we can then value add our high purity alumina and get a better anode material into the lithium battery industry.
I know Tesla has announced they want to use more silicon in their lithium batteries. Why is that, and how does that decision impact your technology?
Well, Matt, I don't know whether you know, but silicon is actually 10 times better than graphite. And the problem with silicon is that there's a 300% volume expansion and there's a high lithium loss in its first cycle. And the industry has been trying to resolve this problem, and they believe that coating silicon with alumina layers will resolve that problem in the long run. So we are trying to be ahead of the game. We think this is a fantastic vision for Tesla, and we believe that we will help that vision come to fruition.
What stage is your technology at now?
Okay, so we've announced a pre-feasibility study for building a battery materials coating plant in Germany. As you know, the European battery story will be the story of the next decade, and we are positioning ourselves to provide that technology to the battery makers of Europe.
Iggy Tan from Altech Chemicals. Thanks for joining me on 6PR today. And remember, Bulls and Bears is only here to give you information, not advice, which you should of course seek independently. I'm Matt Birney. Thanks for listening to Bulls and Bears.
For more public company CEO interviews, go to the Money page at 6pr.com.au and click the Public Companies tab.